Hey, welcome to the 98% podcast where we hear real stories from real people. And I'm here with Susan. So, Susan, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Uh, I'm a mom and a grandma and a wife, and so just kind of the basic person.
The basic person. Okay, okay. Well, how do you know me?
Well, I you are Dason's age, right?
Yep.
Didn't you? Weren't you in Dason's grade?
I
And
was.
so that's how I know you. I think you've come over to our house a couple of times when you were little, played
Yeah,
with
I
Dason, and
remember. It
yeah,
was fun.
yeah. Well, good. That's when we were over in the house on Duckhead, I believe. And then I'm not sure, when did you all move to Branson?
That was right after high school.
Oh, okay. All right. So
Yeah.
okay. I was thinking for some reason that you moved before high school, but
No, that might have been because I stopped playing basketball halfway through high school. So maybe
okay.
that's why. Because yeah, it was weird because like I feel like Jason and I connected a lot in elementary and a little in junior high, and then kind of like high school, because I kind of stopped doing basketball and stuff. And yeah, I just kind of think we drifted off as far as sports and stuff goes. But
Right, right.
yeah, but my
Well,
parents were
that
nice
happens.
enough to wait. So yeah, it's true. Okay, cool. So how we do this is I gave you a list of questions, and we're just going to go through. And the goal is just for you to share your story and us to connect with you as an audience. So,
Okay,
are you
I'll
ready?
try. I'll try.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so first question. We'll start at the beginning. So, what was growing up like for you?
Well, I am actually the youngest of seven children. My dad was a preacher. So growing up, it was, I mean, I wouldn't say it was strict, but probably didn't do a whole lot outside of the house. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We had to be home at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock at night. There's not a whole lot you can do. So
yeah,
anyway, but that's basically my life, I guess. Just being the youngest, the baby, I guess.
yeah. What was it like being the youngest of seven?
Mm, Actually, it was almost like being an only child because my next oldest sister is like 8 years older than I am, and so by the time I realized I was a baby, I guess. They were already up and out of the house. So
Yeah. So then you were kind of raised by lots of parents, then, kind of, huh?
you bet. You bet. Yeah, I have lots of pictures of, well, my oldest or my one of my brothers would always rock me to sleep, apparently. And he always had a sign hanging on his foot that said, "Shh, baby's sleeping." So have a lot of pictures
Sweet.
of that.
That's sweet. So then, how about so? Yeah, you were the youngest of seven. Did you do any sports, or what were some of your interests when you were young?
Yeah, I did baseball. My dad was big into baseball. And so since I guess the two oldest of our family are boys and the rest of us were girls. So he was bound and determined he was going to have a boy, the last two or three of us. And so I did a lot of stuff with, played baseball. And I never did do basketball. I was never, I mean, I'm not very tall. So that really didn't occur to me to do that. But I
What's
did
the term?
cheerleading.
Vertically
And so
challenged?
what's
Yeah,
that?
I was gonna say, is the term vertically challenged? Is that what they call that?
Exactly. Exactly. I am very vertically challenged.
Okay, so you said you did cheerleading. What else did you do?
Mm, that's about it, really. Cheerleading and baseball, and well, I did a lot of swimming. We lived across the street from the swimming pool and a park, so and I guess I was the only girl in the neighborhood of like four or five boys, and so I played a lot of football in the backyard with the boys. But that's about it.
That's awesome. So then you were tough, then, huh?
mm, I wouldn't say tough, but I could hold my own.
That's important. That's awesome. Okay, okay. So what do you feel like the difference is now? Because I think about like how the environment might be now, right, with kids and stuff versus like how it was, when you were younger. What do you feel like the difference is between those two?
You mean as me an adult, or
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
just kind of reflecting, like thinking
Yeah.
about, because I know, like, I talk to a lot of people and they're like, yeah, when I was a kid, like I could go do this and I just had all this freedom, and I
Yeah.
just was curious if you had an similar experience.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, I've seen something on Facebook that said, you came in whenever the street lights turned on. That was literally a thing.
Yeah.
At 9 o'clock, if the street lights came on and I wasn't home, I was in trouble. So,
Yeah.
and yeah, lived. I guess mom would come out and holler at me if I wasn't in there, but yeah, that's drank out of the hose, all the stuff that everybody says they did when they were little. We really did.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. It's so interesting. But yeah. Yeah. It seems like a different world these days for
Oh
some
yeah,
reason. I don't know.
that's for sure.
Yeah.
That's for sure. You
Okay.
can't let the little ones out of your sight anymore.
I know, which is so interesting. And I've always wondered how much of that is real and how much feels like not fabricated. That's kind of a weird word, but how much of it is like because we are so attuned now to like all social media, all news, all this stuff. Like, I wonder
Right.
how much is that versus how much is it actually not safer? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, that's true. I guess we have a lot more knowledge of bad things going on now than we did back when
Yeah,
we didn't have the social media and everything. So,
I
but
know. Yeah.
I used to think it was, we would go to amusement parks or something, and some of the parents would have leashes on their kids, and I thought, oh my
Yes.
God, that is so mean, but I totally get it. I totally get it now.
Yeah. Yeah, I never did the leash thing with my daughter, but I mean
Yeah,
there were times where you're like, it would be easier, but
right. You just can't look up.
for sure, no, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. So next question. So what's the biggest struggle that you've made it through?
Oh, hmm, I don't know if it's necessarily me, but I guess having a child that had a chronic condition
Yeah.
was very, um, I don't know. I was always looking for a solution, always looking for, well, maybe if he just ate this, he would get better. Or maybe if he didn't eat that, he would get better.
Yeah.
So, it's not, that wasn't necessarily about me, but yet it was something that, you know, you just ask why? So,
Yeah, for sure. So when did you get diagnosed with that, by the way? Because I don't remember.
yeah, it was actually, he was a freshman in college or a sophomore in college, maybe. But looking back, when I'm when I think about it, like there was one day whenever you all did a blood drive over at the high school,
Yeah.
and I was working at the upper elementary at the time, and he came over and showed me that he had gotten a shirt, but he said they wouldn't take his blood because they said he was too anemic. And I thought, well, that's weird. Okay,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
you just didn't eat enough this morning or something like that. So anyway, little by little, hindsight's 2020. So I
Mhm.
keep looking back thinking, well, that was probably a sign. I should have taken him to the doctor then, but I didn't. He didn't complain about it or anything at that point. So
Yeah. I mean, how would you know,
yeah,
with something like
right.
that? Yeah. It's
So
interesting. Okay. So yeah, I can't imagine. I can't imagine. I've had some friends that I have a friend because it was Crohn's disease, correct?
yes.
Yeah. So I know I have a couple friends that actually one of them still has Crohn's disease, and I think he's got it under wraps as far as I know, but
Mhm.
I know he had to change like all his eating habits and everything to kind of get over it. And I
Right.
don't know if he struggles with it anymore, but it's so interesting. I feel like that particular disease seems like it's on the rise. I feel like just more and more people get diagnosed all the
You
time.
hear about it all the time now. That's right. And I mean, and I don't know what causes it or anything. They used to tell us that it was a hereditary disease. Well, Dave and I don't know anybody on either side of our family that has it. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a weird thing.
Interesting. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I could see that for sure. Yeah, it just baffles me sometimes. I feel like there's new diseases happening all the time and
Right.
I don't know if we're just discovering it or if new things are happening. I don't know. It's so interesting.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. So then, what's something that you're currently going through that's either positive or we could say negative if need be?
Right. Oh, I don't know. I guess just doing the we're doing a golf tournament with some uh, with a charity this week, and they are. I guess we partnered with them for the DMACC thing, so we're trying to get that I mean, that's what I've been working on all day today, so that's fresh on my mind. But
Yeah, yeah.
just trying to get things together for that and getting ready to go because it's this weekend. So
Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Are you going to compete in the golf tournament?
I will not be competing. I am not a
Mm.
golfer, and
Yeah,
I don't even really care to play miniature golf, but I will go play with the grandkids if they
you.
want to go play. I'm just not
Okay,
now. No, it's
okay,
like
okay.
watching paint dry to me. So I'm just
Uh,
not. I'm just not a golfer. I mean, everybody loves it, and I think it's great, and I'm happy to help volunteer and registrate, do the registration and stuff. But I'm not a
yeah.
player.
No, I don't blame you. It's funny. That's one thing that I don't play much, and it took me forever to get any type of good at it. Like it was one of those sports. Like it's weird because a lot of sports, like if you're an athlete, it's like you tend to do pretty well, but golf is not one of those. It took me way too long to figure that out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
and it's
have played
expensive.
golf before. I'm just not.
Yeah,
It's not one on my list of things I want to do every day. So,
no, that makes sense. Makes sense. So then, what type of work goes into planning something like that? Because that's kind of a big ordeal, right?
well, actually, somebody else is planning that. I am just
Oh,
getting
nice.
bags and stuff together for the DMACC part of it. And, we're putting some golf balls and, golf towels and stuff like that. So basically, our part is just we're taking a bag to give to the golfers and we'll have a table there. And like I said, we've volunteered to do registration and stuff. So,
Okay, gotcha. And I know we'll probably talk about this later, but just for the listeners, what is DMAC exactly?
well, DMACC is a foundation that we started in honor of Dason.
Uh-huh.
We are we support Crohn's and Colitis Foundation, and we give away scholarships for kids that are going into the mental health field or something. Because something you don't know about Crohn's disease, I mean, I think Dylan said it best. I mean, it's like 1 in 6 people, or I don't know, 1.6 million people have Crohn's or are diagnosed with Crohn's every year, and it's just one of those diseases that there's no cure for. It's just yeah. And actually, Dason, um, I mean, it's just a painful disease, and so anyway, we're trying to give money to for I don't know, we gave it to Camp Oasis this year. I couldn't think of the name of the camp, but it was a Camp Oasis for kids they have Crohn's or colitis or IBD, some sort of disease like that, and they are able to get together. And I guess it's kind of an isolating disease, so they don't really talk to people about what's going on, and so
Yeah.
this gives them a chance uh, to meet up with people that are going through the same thing, and they can have a good time. And you know, I think if Dason might have had somebody to talk to a lot that knew what we was going through, because
Yeah.
you know, you try to say something to him, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't think you understand the pain I'm in right now." So
Yeah. No, and I think you hit an interesting point there too. Is like I don't know if a lot of people think about the mental side of something like that, like a chronic
right,
illness. Like that makes so much sense. Is like it's enough to like have the disease itself, but like the mental space of being like I don't know, just thinking about it all the time, like your next breath could be your last type thing, or stressing out about little things. Like you don't think about that mental aspect. So that's I like that you
exactly,
guys are tackling that. It's really important.
exactly. Well, they go through and they're just trying everything to get rid of the pain. So they go
Yeah.
try different drugs and different medicines, and anyway, that was not a good thing. So,
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, for sure. Okay. So next question. So who is someone that's changed your life that doesn't know it?
mm, I would say actually probably my husband and my kids, just because I'm a wife, I'm a mom, I'm a grandma. I love being grandma, so my Gigi
Yeah.
is what they call me. But yeah, I love doing that. So
Okay. Yeah. It's what I think everybody loves being a grandparent. I don't know yet, but I can
yeah,
imagine because I know like my parents say the same thing. I know like everybody I talk to is like, yeah, grandma duty or grandpa
right,
duty.
right. Well, have you ever heard the saying, if I'd known grandkids were so much fun, I would have had them first?
No, that's a good one.
Kind of
That's a
be
good one.
hard to do, but
Yeah, it would. So is some of that just for the fact that like you can have your fun and then you just let them go, like all the parenting stuff they can handle. We just get to have fun. Is that
yeah,
it?
exactly. You can have fun and then just sugar them up and send them home if
This-
you want to.
I know, I know. Why do grandparents do that? Why do they always sugar up the kids?
Well, because we can.
I know. It's so funny. That's like I remember my parents did the same thing. Everybody's yeah. It seems like everybody does that, and everybody's always like, "Why are you giving them so much sugar?" And it's like it's why not?
Yeah, they like it. We're great.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. Like yeah, you go deal with the sugary kid. We'll
Right.
see him tomorrow.
Uh,
Exactly. I love that. That's cool. Let's see. So, what is a skill or talent that you have that you could share with us?
mm, I like to sew, I like to craft, I like to sing, but um, I guess crafting and sewing is probably what I do more of right now. So I
Okay.
just
So, what type of stuff have you sewed or crafted?
oh, I do quilts, and
Okay.
right now I'm making some decorations for the DMACC thing, and so I don't know. It's just kind of fun to sit down and the bracelets that you all got at the
Oh
silent
yeah,
auction
those were
last
sweet.
year. Made those, so I don't know. I just like messing around with stuff.
Man, you know what? I wore that bracelet nonstop until it broke.
Oh no!
It was unfortunate. I was wearing it, and I even wore it. I should have taken it off. I was playing basketball, actually, of all things.
Oh,
And I wore it, and I kept it on. And everybody always asked, and I was like, "Yeah." And I always told them like how I got it or what was going on, and I liked wearing it. And then yeah, just all of a sudden one day playing basketball, and someone just happened to grab their fingers underneath it and just
oh
pulled it
gosh!
off, and beads just flew all over the court. And I'm like,
I'm sure
"Oh
that's right.
no!"
I'm
Yeah,
sure that's right.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, that was cool. I liked those a lot. So, okay, so you said you sing. So what type of stuff do you sing?
Oh, my sister. I mean, being a preacher's kid, we were
Hmm.
sat front and center of the stage. Sing. So, okay. So we sing a lot. I mean, my sisters and I, we like to sing gospel music, and um, we do some secular stuff, but mostly
Okay,
gospel.
gotcha. Do you like to sing on the spot?
No.
Okay, so you're not going to
That's your
sing then
next
right now.
question.
I was going to see. Who knows?
Right, right.
That's awesome. That's so cool. Okay, nice. Okay, so I guess I got to ask this question then. Okay, so say it's karaoke night and you have to sing a song. What are you singing?
Oh gosh. I don't know. Depends on where the karaoke is. If it's in a bar, I don't think Amazing Grace would probably work.
Okay, let's just say it's a bar then.
Right. I don't know. I really don't know.
Nothing.
I'd
Nothing
have to
comes
look.
to mind.
No, nothing
Oh
really
man,
comes to mind. I'd have to look through the song list and I don't know, decide what I was in the mood for, I guess.
that's fair. That's fair. You know what? That might be something fun to do at DMAC this year is karaoke.
Oh, yeah. We'll have to keep that in mind. That's a good idea.
Hey, you never know. It could be fun,
Right, right,
especially when people start drinking, and then you're
right.
going to hear some really
The end
cool
of the
cool
night, everybody
tunes.
thinks they're a great singer.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, oh yeah, and everybody's like, yeah, they're just having a good time. I love that. Okay, so what's something that you're learning about currently that you'd like to teach us?
That I'm learning about.
Yeah.
Oh, again, I guess it would just be with the crafting. I'm trying different things on the making high top tennis shoes out of paper of all things. So we'll
Wait.
see how that
Wait.
goes.
Okay. Wait. Hold on. How do you do that?
I mean, you basically cut out the shoe like it's like a regular shoe thing, and you glue it all together. Comes out looking like a high top.
All right. So it's
You'll,
like
if you
origami,
come to the
kind of.
DMACC silent auction this year, you'll see them.
Okay. Sweet.
That's part of the
Okay.
decorations I'm doing. So, but anyway, I have to watch the video over and over and over again every time I make one because I forget a step or something. So,
Nice. Well, that makes sense. That's pretty cool though. That was the last thing I expected you to say.
Surprise!
I know crafting. I was like, oh, like a new pattern for a quilt because that's what
Right,
you
right.
mentioned. I'm like, high top basketball shoes out of paper. Wait, what? That's awesome. Okay, so then what are you doing for fun these days?
For fun these days, well, we're down here in Florida right now, so basically sitting by the pool and enjoying the warm weather.
Well,
So
you got like a second home out there?
we have a little condo, yes.
Nice. Okay, so when it's wintertime, you just sneak off to Florida then, huh?
We do, and it's so nice.
Yeah, that's nice.
The worst part is
Uh,
being without the grandbabies, close by to come back to come over anytime. But Alyssa and Skylar will be here this weekend, so they're bringing the
oh,
kids.
nice.
Yeah,
Well, that's awesome. So then, do you stay there like all winter?
yeah. Most of it. We usually come down right after Christmas and stay through at least March. Um, so that's probably what we'll do this year. We'll go back probably mid March so that we can get things ready for the DMACC thing, which is April
Mhm.
12th, and then we might come back down here for another couple months. So just
Gotcha.
depends.
Okay. Well, that's nice. It's got to
Mhm.
be real nice.
Well, we do like the warm weather, so
I mean, I get it. Yeah. Yeah. We had some crazy snows not that long ago here.
I know.
It was wild. You got to
I,
miss out on all that, huh?
yeah, we did. We missed out on all of it. It was chilly down here, and I told Alyssa, I said, it's only like 55, 60 degrees here, and she's like, "Oh, Mom, I feel so sorry for you." Okay, I
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah. That's funny. Okay. So if we were to sum up your life right now from when you were born to now, what would that story be called?
Man, I have thought and thought and thought about this, and I can't really come up with a good title. I mean, Mom? I don't know.
Mom?
I
Mom?
don't know.
Okay. 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 Mom. Okay. Mom.
I
That's going
mean,
to
I
be
don't know what
awesome.
I'm not really, no. Anyway, that's all I can come up with. So,
That's it. Okay.
yeah, that's
Well,
it.
that's gonna be the thumbnail for the video. It's gonna say
Oh, great.
"mom" right on the front of it. It's gonna be good. Love it. Okay. Cool. And then so now this is kind of like your time of the podcast to kind of share whatever you want. So if you wanted to talk more about the DMACC Foundation or where people can find you, et cetera, this is kind of your time to share whatever you want.
Okay, well, that's fine. We're DMACC or DMACCimpact.org is the name of is the um, website that you can go to and um, donate, uh, look at the 3-on-3 tournament, sign up for a team to play. And it's April 12th. The tournament is during the day and the silent auction is at night.
Yeah, that was fun last year. Yeah, I joined a team late. I don't know if you recall that, and our
Yeah.
team didn't do very good.
Oh,
Go figure. We
well,
did
this year
okay.
they're going to have a recreational side and a competitive side so that
Oh,
like the people that are really wanting to play competitively don't have to play against, mm, you know, people that don't want to play competitively, I guess is the
yeah,
easiest way to put that. But
that's a good idea.
yeah,
Yeah, I think the only game we won was against this family. It was like a husband and his wife and a little kid, and I was like, I just feel bad. Like
right.
I feel wrong because
I
we're like,
know. Well, that's what Dylan said. He said, if I go to you know, D up on somebody, I don't want to knock a little kid over. So I'm like,
exactly,
yeah, that's probably a good idea.
exactly. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that was fun last year, though. I'm looking forward to that again
Well,
this year.
good,
That'll be fun.
good.
Let's
Look
see.
forward to
And
seeing you.
then, yeah, me too. I'll sign up on time this time. That was my
Oh,
problem last time. Is I didn't think I was going to make it, and then all of a
right.
sudden it's like I'm here.
Yeah.
It's like, is it too
No,
late?
I'm glad you came. I'm glad you came.
Yeah,
Had
yeah,
plenty of
me
room for
too.
you.
Good. I love that. Okay, so this is how we actually already are almost all the way through the podcast already, if you can believe that.
Nice.
So what we're going to do is I like to end the podcast with a question. So what happens is the guests we had prior,
Hmm.
they left a question for you, essentially, not knowing that you'd be the person to answer it. And then
Okay.
you get to create a question for the next guest.
Okay.
So, are you ready for your question?
I am ready.
Okay. So, what's one decision that changed your life completely?
Saying yes to David.
Oh, yeah?
I
Okay.
mean, seriously.
Yeah. Tell us more about that. Tell us more about that.
uh, I mean, um, like I said, I was from a big family, so we really didn't do a lot of vacationing or anything like that. And I mean, this guy swept me off my feet, took me took me down to the Lake of the Ozarks. We've been living there and doing a lot of traveling, so he did it.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, then what question do you want to leave the next guest?
Well, actually, I was thinking, where would they want to? What's on their bucket list of places they'd like to go?
Ooh. Okay, cool. Okay. So what's on your bucket list of places you'd like to go? So what is one for you, by the way?
I would love to go to Australia sometime. Australia and New Zealand, but that's just one place it's a long flight though, so I'm not sure we'll ever get there, but we'll see.
Yeah. What is that? That's almost like it's like a 20-hour or 24-hour
Yeah,
trip, isn't
well,
it?
I think it's like 20, I don't know, either 24 to 29 hours is what I think
Ugh.
I heard somebody say, and I guess it depends on where you're at in the United States, but still, that's a long flight.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, the only reason I know that is because at when I worked with Nike, we used to do this summit where we get everybody together at Beaverton, which was world headquarters, and we had some people from Australia, some trainers from Australia fly up there, and it was like the whole first day they were like dead
Oh yeah, I'm
because of the
sure.
whole trip there. They were just like they basically did nothing the whole first day, and then
Right?
they got in the groove. But I was like, man, I can't imagine like being on a plane that long. Wow.
I know. I can't either. So,
Yeah, you'd have to stay there a while.
yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, anything else that you'd like to share with the audience at all?
I don't think so. I think I'm all depleted out of
That's
answers.
that's it. Okay. Well, hey, I really appreciate you hopping on here, Susan. And yeah, we don't connect much, and I thought this is a fun way to connect. So hopefully we can
Right.
continue to connect more in the future. That'd be awesome.
That sounds great. Look forward to seeing you again.
Okay, sounds good. Well, I will catch you later.
All right. Thanks. Bye bye.